welcome back to another video. So now that I'm not in comp prep, I was like, I can actually record more like lifestyle stuff too, or like day in the life stuff. I was actually going to record today, so today is Saturday, and my weekly structure has changed now. So my training days, I don't think I've actually spoken about in my last couple of videos, now that I'm back training post-comp. My training days have essentially been shifted back one. So where before I was training Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I'm now doing Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. And I wasn't sure how I was going to find that, because Sundays are like my main coaching day, like in terms of programming and everything. Most of them I do on a Sunday/Monday. So generally quite busy for me, but I was like, actually I can use this as a chance to shift my work pattern around a little bit, potentially have a Saturday as a full day off. Now this week I am still going to do coaching work today, instead of tomorrow, I'll still do some tomorrow. Basically I've got quite a busy day tomorrow, I've got some social plans tomorrow, so I'm trying to get ahead on things today. But also today, because I have been feeling incredibly stressed, like generally speaking my mental health is pretty good most of the time. The only time I notice it's starting to lapse is when the house is a mess. And because I competed last weekend, not a lot of housework got done. My boyfriend was also busy like most of the weekend as well, so the house is just very messy. So today I was like, right, I am going to deep clean like we've not deep cleaned before. Like I have been cleaning constantly pretty much since I woke up. Zuko woke me up really early, so I did watch 2 episodes of Grey's Anatomy first thing this morning. But I've been cleaning pretty much non-stop since like 9:30 this morning, and it is now, I don't even know what the time is, 10 to 4. I have just walked Zuko as well before I came to do the food shop, which I've also not done a food shop since comp. Basically I'm using today as like a full reset, get everything in order, get on top of jobs I've been wanting to do for a while around the house, so that then hopefully I can actually continue decorating the house as of like next week. Everything will be clean, ready to go. But just, yeah, stress levels have been quite high this week, partly obviously with just exhaustion post-comp, getting caught up on work and everything, but also because the house has been a mess and I've not had any fresh food in the house. So currently at Tesco's, about to do my weekly food shop / try and go every 2 weeks. The freezer is also pretty empty, so I'm going to do a massive shop today and stock up on everything, freeze loads. I've cleaned most of the house. There's still a few little jobs I want to do, but I'm going to get some meal prep done, and then while things are cooking, simmering, whatever, I will get some more cleaning done. So plan is to now go in, do a decent food shop, get home, start preparing some food, getting things ready to cook up. And my plan over the rest of the year is to freeze a lot of meals, so that when the new year starts, over the Christmas period, whenever, my freezer is just going to be full, and I'm going to keep on top of that. And then hopefully I won't get to the point where I run out of food again, which is my biggest downfall when it comes to staying on my nutrition. And because I'm doing my nutrition myself now as well, like I need to stay on top of it. So yeah, I want the freezer to be chock-a-block full with meal prep that I can just get out the night before, heat up, eat, all fine. So going to start doing that today, trying some new recipes and stuff today, tomorrow. And yeah, so I thought I will just kind of keep you guys up to date with kind of what I'm doing. Okay, so I am just back from the food shop. I hate food shopping. I would rather do anything else. But I got what I needed, stocked up. I also got myself a pizza because I realised I've not eaten for breakfast. And yeah, I thought I'd talk through my plans with nutrition now that obviously comp is done, and this dog is so naughty. Now that comp is done, I thought I'd just talk through kind of what I'm planning for nutrition. So I kind of hinted at it in my comp recap, and I mentioned a couple of times in the past, I like the idea of doing a bit of a cut to sit in my weight class for a bit. And I said this at the start of the year, and then I ended up working with a nutrition coach who encouraged me to sit a little bit heavier, which is totally fine, and it probably was the right call for this year at least. But I would like to sit in the class for a bit next year. Whether that's all year or not, I don't know. Probably not, but I think it'd be good for me to just kind of diet down for a little bit and then slowly kind of build back into the class. So when I say that, I mean maybe like 81, 82 at the lightest probably, unless I find I'm feeling really good. Because I know before I once cut, when I first started, which was a silly time to cut, but you know, things are different back then. I once cut from 84 to 72, and obviously I had a lot less muscle mass back then anyway. But I felt really good when I was cutting. And I don't know if it was just more of like a confidence thing in my skin and in myself, I felt good. And I do try and not obviously give in to the beauty standards that are going around, especially at the moment with like the rise of just being thin again. That's it. But I am feeling uncomfortable in my skin, and that's quite unusual for me. Like I've done a lot of work on that side of things like over the last few years, and I've kind of gotten past that. But I've noticed it's definitely come back again over the last few months. And yeah, I think I just like to sit a little bit lighter. And also after each comp, my body's setting point does kind of creep up to the point where the last few comps I've been sitting at like 89, 90 kilos. Don't think I've quite actually broached 90 yet, but I've not been far away. And I just don't want to do that again. And to be honest, I feel awful when I'm not tracking my food and I don't have like macro targets and stuff to hit. So what I think I'm going to do for the rest of this year, like we're going into Christmas, I've got a lot of social plans over the next few weeks with people that I've not been able to meet up with or see because of the fact that I've been so locked in, obviously leaning into comp. I haven't really done anything social for a while. So I'm not going to sit here and say, right, cut starting now, like straight into it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start tracking my food. Like once I've done loads of meal prep tonight, tomorrow, I'm going to start like tracking my food again, but I'm going to just kind of track loosely. So I'll have macro targets to hit, which I'll probably talk about in a future video. And I'll basically set myself in a deficit. But when there's snacks around, I will allow myself to have them. When a social event comes up, I will allow myself to go and enjoy and eat what I want to eat and that side of things. And I'm just going to kind of loosely get back in the routine of tracking for the rest of the year. And then hopefully kind of then I'll be at a decent point to start the cut properly in the new year, because the new year is a good time to cut, guys, because I hate diet culture and I hate that it's always new year, new me, let's start a diet, and everyone's on a diet in January. But because everyone else is in the same boat, it makes it a lot easier to stick to things in January. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and I'll start my cut next year. I'm going to try and do it on my own without the help of a nutrition coach, which shouldn't be a problem because I know what I'm doing, but I'm also not the best at holding myself accountable with my nutrition, so we will see. But I also think if I document things in a lot more detail on here, then it will hold me accountable. So maybe I'll use this to hold me accountable instead. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm going to start tracking properly again, but I'm not going to be uber strict. I'm just going to kind of be quite relaxed with it, at least for the next few weeks, just to kind of slowly ease myself back in. If I don't track anything, like this week I've not really bothered. I did like start tracking again on Wednesday, and then I was like halfway through the day I just wouldn't stick to it anymore. If I don't track, I eat like a child. Like even today, I haven't eaten since 9:30 this morning, and it's now 5 o'clock. Like that's not good. And I'm not usually someone that does that, but I will say, since doing the gut cut last week and everything, do you see why I can't get anything done with this dog? Yeah, no, since basically not tracking, I just eat like a child. And since doing the gut cut, my appetite's still not fully back. Like I'm quite hungry now, but I know like I bought myself a pizza to have, and I know literally halfway through it I'll be full. So I'll just leave the rest of my boyfriend for later because he's out tonight. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's the plan. I'm going to unpack all this shopping and hopefully not let Zuko do it for me. Okay, so after hours in the kitchen, I have made up 4 portions of, don't know how to word this, kind of like a Greek style marinated pork mince. I've split it into 4, kind of made into like little patties to put into things. I have made up 6 portions of a Mexican beef rice bake that has some beans in I needed to use up in the cupboard. I've got some Greek style chicken marinated in the oven right now. And I feel like I need to make up like one more thing. I was going to make up some breakfast baps to just kind of store, and then I can just kind of pick them up like out of the freezer or the fridge as and when, and then I can have breakfast and stuff ready made. Zuko has been my assistant the whole time. I am tired, but I also still need to continue cleaning. The house is such a mess, and I feel like I've done the basic cleaning bits today, but there's still a lot more that I want to get done. It's annoying that it's getting dark so early. So like when I got home earlier, it was already pitch black outside, and it was like 4 p.m, half 4, and it's like 6:45 now, and I'm like, okay, well, I want to get some work done tonight, so I do need to get ahead on work today, because if I don't get ahead on work today, then I'm really going to be stressing tomorrow getting everything fit in for my friends come over. Also, I hope you guys like my Gilmore Girls t-shirt. My brain is not working today. But yeah, I want to just get as much done as possible today, but I do need to also get some work done. I'm not going to do client replies this evening. I'm going to get everyone's programs and stuff ready to go, and then I will kind of draft messages to send to everyone tomorrow, voice notes, etc. Zuko is playing with a cardboard box in the background. And yeah, and then tomorrow I can just, before I train, I'll probably get up, have my pre-workout meal, sit down, send messages, voice notes, everything through to clients, get my training done, and then have a nice chilled afternoon / evening being social. But yeah, the house, being an adult is hard. I grew up in a house that was like immaculate. Like, my mum was so good at keeping the house clean, and when me and my boyfriend moved in together into our flat, we were really lucky with the flat that it was just like a really well decorated, like it always felt clean, it was really nice. And like a big part of why I never vlog in the house is like the state of this kitchen. I've slaved away cleaning this today. Obviously I've now cooked and made everything dirty again, but like the actual cupboard doors look disgusting all the time. Like I can scrub them, but they always have marks and stains on them. The previous owner did not look after this house at all, and like all throughout the house is just a mess and loads of stuff needs to be done. So even when it is immaculately clean, it doesn't feel clean. And I'm used to, like, I grew up in a house that was always nicely done, always clean, always tidy, and it's just so overwhelming trying to even keep the house like tidy, and also like working, training everything, fitting everything in. Obviously like taking Zuko out every day, because we try and take him for at least an hour every day, like at the very minimum. And I just feel like it's a lot to balance on top of like meal prepping, keeping food good, which is why I really want to just use, like, this last period of the month is the quietest, or the last period of the year is the quietest period for me work-wise. Like, clients, like, you don't tend to onboard many clients this time of year, at least in my experience the last few years, and like other coaches I know that I've spoken to. Like, this is the quietest time of year for inquiries. Before like January, February, March time, a lot of people tend to move over, especially with nutrition. So I'm kind of making the most of this period being quite quiet, and I'm just going to get myself set up, like I said earlier. Like, I want to have loads of meals in the freezer ready to go. I want to be on top of meal prep and essentially like keep a week ahead at a time, and just stay on top of things, keep my stress levels as low as possible in the new year as well. But yeah, I need to get the house more decorated. I was also like talking earlier about whether or not I want to do Commonwealth next year, and I mean, I haven't got an invite yet. Like, I need to get an invite before I obviously say yes or no. And I might not get an invite. Like, the English talent in the 84s is getting a lot higher. However, I am expecting to kind of pull away, providing obviously things go as planned. But like, I need to start saving money, and like, we need to get this kitchen done. We need to get our bathroom done. Like, they need completely ripping out. This room is like, the bathroom is worse than the kitchen. I'm not going to show you guys the bathroom because it is awful. Obviously it's fine, and like, we've cleaned everything, like it's clean enough. We've lived here for like 18 months now, but it's like, okay, we've lived here for 18 months, let's actually get things done. So yeah, anyway, that was a lot of that ramble. I am gonna get some more food prep, probably gonna get breakfast bats and stuff done, ready, stored in the fridge, put some in the freezer probably as well. I need to look into how I need to store things in the freezer depending on what they are. But I'm feeling good, and then tomorrow I've got a couple of joints of meat to cook up as well, just to have in the fridge ready to go. I'm gonna make up some bulgur wheat tomorrow as well. I found a really good recipe on TikTok. Bulgur wheat is also super high in fibre. Put some extra bits in there, and like, it's really tasty, and I just have some of that in the week for lunches. Really easy to heat up when I'm like at my desk busy all day, just with like some lean meat on top, and that's always a really nice meal. The king is calling, so I'm gonna stop talking. It is Sunday morning, it's just gone 11. It is freezing out here, like actually freezing, but I've had a really productive morning. I wanted to get most of my work done yesterday, and I got some of it done yesterday, but I had to get the majority done this morning just because yesterday kind of got away from me. But that's all fine, all work is now done, so very happy. Got up really early this morning, just naturally woke up really early. I've been really trying to stick to like strict bedtimes this weekend, because the weekends are normally where I end up just going to bed way later, or like I just don't feel as tired in the evening. But yesterday, to be fair, I was literally on my feet all day, and that's why I didn't stay up and do like programming and stuff super late. Like, I kind of logged off about 10, where normally like I just want to get everything done, and I'd happily stay on until like midnight, which is just not the way to be. So I went to bed in good time last night, and then just got up a little bit earlier today. Felt really good, and yeah, I'm excited to get my training session done. It's just week 1, so nothing crazy, shouldn't take me too long to do. And yeah, I don't think there's any updates really. I feel pretty good in myself. I feel pretty gross from all the food I've been eating this week, or not even like, I've not been excessively eating. Like, I've definitely eaten more junk food this week than like I normally would, more convenience food and stuff, but I think I'm just getting so full so quickly that I then just feel really gross. Like, I'll eat a normal portion for me, and then I'm just suddenly stuffed, and I like don't want to eat for the rest of the day. And like, I literally woke up and had a bowl of cereal this morning, and I felt really uncomfortably full, and was like, why do I feel like this? And not while I'm eating it either, because obviously I would just stop and not finish it, but I had a bowl of cereal when I first got up, like well, kind of after I showered and stuff, and then let that digest while I was doing my work, and I was like, why am I so full? Which is really a good thing that I had quite a lot of work to get done, because it meant I didn't have to train as soon after eating. But yeah, now I've got SBD to do. It's just week 1, so nothing crazy heavy. Got a rough idea of the numbers I want to hit, but to be honest, depending on how squatting in flats feels, if it's not feeling supernatural, which it hasn't been, then I will probably just bring those down a little bit, because I need to remember that the purpose of this block is to not load crazy PBs. The purpose of this block is to get used to squatting in flats again, get used to squatting 3 days a week, and just kind of start to build back into training / like my off season. So yeah, that is kind of how I'm thinking. So I'm not going to beat myself up if I go a bit lighter. Also really random is I now don't have bench singles, and I've had bench singles in my program. I'm going to have a 3 count single earlier in the week on my secondary day, on a Tuesday still, but like I normally have a comp single on my primary day, and I've done that for like years, literally years, and I now have a top double, which I'm quite excited to do, quite excited to push that and see where we can get to. Lewis said a rough number for the end of block, which I think I kind of agree with, but obviously I'd like to try and beat that a little bit if I can. But yeah, and then I've got sumo paused single. So I think I might have mentioned this in a previous video when I was talking about my sumo from earlier in the week. I've got a lot of paused sumo work in right now. So my secondary sumo day is paused, just off the floor, and it's like roughly a 2 count pause is what we're looking for. And then on a Sunday, I've got a paused single, which Lewis did say he wants me to push that fairly heavy, obviously sticking to the RPEs, but as the block goes on, he doesn't want me to like sandbag it, like he wants me to stick to the RPE, which will end up being fairly heavy. And yeah, like a decent pause just off the floor to get me used to being more patient off the floor and holding that position. And then I've got a top set of 7, followed by back off 7s. This week I am going to go crazy light just to see, and then back off I think it's 2 by 7 after the first set of 7. That is going to be like super light, but I did ask for this, to be fair. I did say to Lewis, I really want to push volume on sumo. I think it will really help me get strong, hit some like crazy rep sets, like I think that'd be really good for me, and he has delivered, but I don't know how I'm going to find doing a set of 7, but like I say, this week will be light anyway, so it'll all be fine. I am excited to see how my sumo feels with high rep stuff, because when I've done like triples before, every rep kind of feels better than the last, so I'm quite excited to see how high we can push them. And I do think end of block, I've got a rough goal of where I want to end up, and I do think it's doable, so we'll just kind of see. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking because I need to get on, I need to get warm because it's freezing out here. Yeah.
I'll be there at the after party, show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Damn, I'm a long way home at a split road. Gotta make a choice, do I sober up? Am I trying to keep it going to be continued, or am I trying to lose? Gonna keep moving now. I don't think I wanna leave at a tough week. Gotta realize this is what I need. Don't got the time to be counting sheep. It's too late, I'm in too deep. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this.
Okay, so just gonna really quickly recap squats. So they felt okay. Visually watching them back, they all moved really well, like kind of how you'd expect. Like the goal for today was a set of 4 at an RP 3, 4, and then 5. So just ascending, essentially super sub-max ascending 4s. And then I had a set load of 140 for 1 by 5 after. So I did that. I didn't film that. That moved absolutely fine. But what I would say, flats just feel really awkward still. But it's like, I know they'll be worth it when I get used to it again. But it just feels a bit off. So they didn't feel incredible. So I wanted to do 135, 145, 155. But I just did 152. I was like, visually watching it back, like in the moment, it felt like I'd probably be better off going to 150. I watched it back and I was like, well, watching it back, my 145 on the second rep, I didn't reset my brace between reps 1 and 2 because it was super light and it was fine. But then I kind of lost balance and misgrooved the second rep. Visually, you can't actually tell, but in the moment it felt really weird. And I kind of laughed at myself. So I was like, right, so it feels like 150 is a sensible choice for my final set. But visually, 155 would move fine. I think it's just because things feel a bit off. So I was like, okay, I'll just go in the middle. I mean, it's 2.5 kilos at the end of the day. It won't have made really any difference whatsoever. So I went to 152 for my final set of 4, and that was fine. They definitely feel better as the sets go on. Obviously, it's a case of also getting warm. Like the garage is actually warm now. Like by the time I got to that top set, I felt reasonably warm. But it's just one of those things. Just adapting to squatting flats just feels a bit awkward. But I know it will come, and I know when I feel like it's natural again, and when I get back in the groove of squatting in flats, I know the power output is going to be so much higher. Like I can just tell already. And my depth has been looking really solid as well, which is really good as well. And yeah, it'll be worth it. It's just they don't feel amazing at the time. But like, I've been squatting in heels for months now, so it's not a surprise that it feels awkward going back to flats.
And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me.
I am very, very happy with how bench just went. Won't lie, went back to very, very old lazy habits of barely warming up. Not that I was warming up much before, but I literally did 17.95, jumped to my top set at 102.5, and it moved really well. My back off set of 4 at 95, it felt really comfortable and easy, but I did clip the rack on the descent of my last 2 reps, and the 4th rep, you can definitely see it threw me off a little bit, but it was like, it was supposed to be an RP6 and it wasn't even that. The top double was probably about a 6, which was the target, so very happy with that. I'm trying to just keep my confidence with bench because I think that's something that I've kind of lacked a little bit. Like, I benched 120 kilograms at comp this time last week. There is no reason why a 102 double on a week 1 shouldn't fly, and I'm just gonna keep this momentum going because I really like, and I've said it hundreds of times, but I can definitely feel something big coming with my total. Just gotta keep working, keep confident, put it all together, and I'm excited. But yeah, bench me really well. I did have some lighter sets of 4 after as well, just at 85, just a set load, which were absolutely breezy. Flew through those, and now back to set up deadlifts, which I am excited about, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel doing 7s.
Just tell me when. Ay, oh no, 머뭇거릴 시간 없어. 필수적인, this is my only answer. Yeah, my body keeps telling me go. Wanna be stacking towers from downtown. I'll be on a roll. 머릿속엔 it's a rush hour. This, that, overtime, champagne shower. Step back, skip lines, yeah, I'm never going cold. 어디 가야 해, 알려줘. Don't wanna contemplate, overcomplicate this. And I made my choice, wanna see what's going on. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, I'll be there. I'll be there at the after party. Show up looking like a zombie. It don't matter, nobody stop me. I'll be there, just tell me where. Just tell me where.
Okay, so very out of breath. I literally just finished that last set of 7. Unsurprisingly, sumo 7s suck. The paused single wasn't the best TMI moment, but I'm really struggling with peeing when I do sumo heavy. Not even heavy, to be fair, like just sumo in general. And obviously I'm at home, right? Like, I can clean between, like, I can change whatever, but it's just very distracting. And literally as soon as I paused, I just felt myself peeing. Obviously I committed to the rep, whatever, it's fine. And I always like have a pad in and stuff when I do sumo anyway, but it was quite off-putting. So I don't think the 160 pause single moved that well, but it was probably about an RP6 still, which was the goal. So that's fine. Back off set of 7 at 135 was super easy, but I found it really hard to re-brace when I was doing that many reps, and just didn't quite get it right. I rushed it. It wasn't the best executed, like, at all. Like, I'm really not happy with how that moved. Did 115 for 2x7 after, and they moved great, actually. Took my time a little bit more, obviously super light at the 115, so like it's always gonna move really easily, but I felt a lot more able to just kind of take my time, and I kind of got in the groove of it a little bit better. So I think just more practice with 7s and I'll be fine. I'll be honest though, mentally, I was not locked in, like, at all for this session. And I really noticed it when I was deadlifting. Like, I popped indoors and I got attacked, I don't know if you can see it. I got attacked by Zuko. He was digging in the garden and I didn't know who was outside. So as soon as I opened the garage door into our garden, I got dived at by him, so I got covered in mud. Like, played with him for a couple minutes. And then, yeah, like, realised mentally I just wasn't overly switched on for the session. Like, normally if I pop indoors for a wee or something during my session, like, I'm literally in, out, don't talk, just get it done. Whereas today I found myself getting a bit more distracted, chatting a little bit and stuff, and it just wasn't great. So, but that's fine. Like, you can't be fully locked in all the time. Nutrition this week has not been it, so I need to dial that in. Mentally as well, like, I'm 1 week post-comp. I was never going to be super psyched and, like, dialed in for this session, like, mentally, and that's okay. I still got everything done. Everything still moved at the RP or below, so that's fine. Just got to mentally lock in a little bit more next week, but that's not a problem. I know I will. But yeah, overall it was a decent session. First week back is done. Also finished in good time. I mean, this session took me like nearly 2 hours, just under 2 hours, like it's just gone 1 now. And I didn't start for a bit earlier, so like I'm pretty happy with that, especially because I've been going super slow, and I'm pretty sure like if I was locked in and just kind of getting things done, I could get this done in less than an hour and a half, so that's good. But yeah, all is fine. Just gonna go in, eat some food, have another shower, and then just like, well, I've got people coming over this afternoon, but I'm gonna just chill out for a bit before they arrive. And yeah, get some work done, like some admin-y bits done, nothing actual like client based, which is nice. That's all done for today. So yeah, anyway, gonna wrap the video up here. Thank you for made it to the end. I really appreciate it, and I will see you in a few days for the next one.
On my way, my